Depression is a big part of our lives. Well, for most of us. And how do we break free from it?
Rise up from the ashes, fiery and bold. Wings of courage, my story unfolds. Demons in my mind trying to steal my life.
Depression happens for a reason. It does. It does happen for a reason. And sometimes it's the chemical in our brains. But sometimes it's because there's something you didn't do. So, how to break free from depression? A couple of ways. For me, yeah, I've dealt with depression mostly in my life. I think it started when I was 14. Suicidal thoughts and feeling depressed, feeling like I didn't belong in this world. Feeling like this world was hell and there's only bad people in it. Well, mostly, like, in my mind, it's like, I felt like this world had like 90% of bad people and only 10% that were good. Well, that's because I was depressed, being really in the darkness. And, the more you're in the darkness, well, the more that you feel like you're in the darkness, the more you're going to attract darkness. And I did. I was always afraid being in a car as a kid. Well, I think it mostly started when I was around 10 years old, when a teenager. I was visualizing and seeing accidents in my head. And I was constantly scared to die or see one of my loved ones die. And also, I felt like every single kid in school were devils or they were mean. Okay, maybe not all of them, some of them, because they made me feel like crap because I was different. Well, I felt different because I didn't speak in class. And of course, when you're silent, people will think you're weird. They'll try to, trigger you, just to like poke you, just to see how you're gonna react because you're not talking, you're not speaking to others, you're not socializing. So for me, I always thought that kids were mean in general, like especially teenagers too, and that maybe a small amount of them were nice as well, just like the world. Having those dark images in my mind, feeling like I was cursed, because that's what I was told, you're cursed. Growing up with parents, I was into some of the old traditions, thinking that somebody could send you dark energy or do black magic on you, and that's it, you would be cursed, and that you had to be healed by a voodoo doctor or something. That's the way I grew up. So I grew up being depressed a lot, not understanding why I was on earth. And the way that I started breaking free from it was when I almost ended my life in 2008. I felt like I wanted to end my life. I was too chicken to do it, but I felt like I was going to, or that my mind was going to kill me. And I felt like the whole world was against me. I was no longer even connected to my religion, because back then I was extremely Catholic, followed the rules. But then around age 21, I said, F off. That's it, I'm done. Whatever. F off whoever's in charge or whoever's in power, whoever's watching over us. That was when I was rebelling. I remember that. Losing faith. Really embracing the fact that I was cursed. But yeah, I almost trying to end my life, and the day that I felt like everything was over, I was I was like a crazy person on the streets. And I went for a walk. I had my MP3 with me, because back then it was MP3s, not connected to your phone. And when I say back then, that was in 2008. And I felt super depressed, and just didn't understand why I was here. And I had left my mom's house to go live with roommates. My roommates was gay, and he was my best friend, and I loved him so much. I wanted to have the experience of moving out of my parents' house, well, my mom and my stepdad, because I was living close to Ottawa, And Ottawa's the capital of Canada, for those who don't know. But I was blasting my music while I was still feeling depressed because I was trying to see if music will uplift me. My MP3 had a full battery on, and I remember just looking at the sun and remembering that because I was starting to read about Wicca as well. Wicca is a religion about well, I'm still trying to figure out. Wicca is more about Mother Earth, Gaia, white magic and stuff. You know, like a bit like that TV show Charmed. Charmed is one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid too. Was witches, good witches though. But yeah, I read that when you look at the sun represents God. So I remember looking at God, at the sun, and saying, God, are you here?
I'm God.
I'm done. Are you really here? Because really, I'm done. And I remember as soon as I said that, my MP3 shut down. And the battery was fully charged. I just remember it shut down as soon as I said that. And I was like, oh, what the hell? And I felt like this energy, like something that went through me or something. I don't know. But this is when I finally felt or knew that, oh, I'm not alone. Somebody's watching over me. Somebody's listening. Is it really God? But anyways, when that happened, I started pouring myself out, saying how I felt, saying how I saw the world, saying that I don't understand why I was here, talking out loud like a crazy person on the street. I remember people passing by and looking at me like, what's wrong with her? You know? But thank God it wasn't like a big street. It was like the suburbs. It wasn't a lot of people like in that area where I lived. But thank God. But there was a few people that were just like, huh? Okay, she's nuts. Oh well, you know, I didn't care. I just poured myself out, and I felt this big relief by releasing and saying how I felt. And as the day went on in the month, I felt a bit better and better and better. But this is when I knew that I had to start somewhere my spiritual journey. So I moved from Ottawa to Montreal. There was an opportunity to be relocated there with the insurance company I was working for, that I worked for 10 years. And I took it. And when I moved back to Montreal, I went to a spiritual class, meditation. It was free. So that helped me reconnect with myself. We did mantras, astral projection. It was fun. Even though I didn't do it well, but it was just fun to be around people, you know, saying home. And first I didn't understand, but it was just nice, you know. And then talking about guardian angels. This is what I started to know more about Archangel Michael, you know, spirit guides. And I got more interested in it. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm not alone. But before I moved to Montreal, I forgot that part. After things started getting really good, while I was still in the Ottawa area with roommates, I had OD'd. Yeah, I OD'd.
Say what?
You know what I OD'd with? I was on anxiety medication. And that night I was taking my medication and we were drinking 40% rum, Appleton, I think. And then also smoking weed. And for the first time I tried ash.
Oh, hell no!
Which you smoked it in a weird different way it was a tube, plastic tube or glass tube.
Excuse me?
Anyways, did all this and we were playing Guitar Hero. Next thing you know, I'm in the washroom and I can't breathe anymore, having a panic attack, but this time I felt like I was leaving my body and I OD'd. But I remember when I was ODing with all of this, drugs, and then those medication and drinking alcohol, whatever. Well, I guess it's not really OD'd, it's more like intoxication? Intoxicated? Can't even pronounce that word. Yeah, I was intoxicated. Yeah, with so many different substances. I remember gripping the bathroom while I almost passed out and asking for help, just looking at the ceiling and asking help to whoever was listening because I knew they was guardian angels. I'm like, help me, please, help me, please. And I felt like I was leaving my body slowly, but as soon as I said help me, it felt like my energy came back. Again, that happened again. And then one of my roommates came. He was slightly okay, getting better. He offered me tea and went to bed. And I felt like crap the next day, but still I was like, oh my god, I'm alive. Just because I asked. I really literally said, help me, and I felt this type of strength and relief. Anyways, I was only in my 20s, mid-20s. And when I moved back to Montreal, this is when I got more in touch with spirituality because of the fact that I almost died twice when I was living in the Ottawa region. It was crazy. Said a way to break free, if you're interested, is meditation, breathing techniques, just breathing. And I started breathing. Sorry about the noise. A way to break free from depression is to meditate. Do some breathing techniques. Take some deep breaths for like 10 minutes. Big deep breaths. Like, do it for 10 minutes. And visualize things you want for yourself. Or what I would do is put some meditation music in the background while I do that. Or joining a group, a community. And me, I joined a meditation group. It was free. After work, I would go there once a week. I think after that, it became twice a week. And you could donate money. And then I started going to a spiritual place. It was not attached to any religion, but they talked about Jesus a lot more. Which I was shocked because I had told JC to go F himself.
Oh, Lord!
So it's just funny to be back at it, hearing about Jesus and be like, okay, all right, being in a different place and saying, oh, yeah, okay. Because JC, I love JC. I do.
I love you. You're awesome.
Even though I'm not in any religion anymore and I'm just spiritual, I still love JC. And of course, other spiritual masters too, like Buddha and more, Krishna. So yeah, you could join a community. And what I did, I just went online and was looking. Like, okay, is there like a meditation course somewhere for free or a spiritual center? There was this church that was called I think it was called the Spiritual Church of Montreal, something like that. But it was not attached to any religion, like I was saying. But there was mediums there. They could see what your past life was. They could see which spirit was around you. It was interesting. I was like, oh my god. And I remember one of my friends took me there. So I'm going to bring you somewhere and you're going to like it. I'm like, okay. That special church really helped me in a way. But then I moved on from it. And started doing my own thing. Started just praying and meditating. And I started going to the gym with friends. And that was more motivating. And eating slightly healthy, of course. Doing stuff that are fun. Because sometimes when we're an adult, we're in our mind, we're like, I can't do this anymore because I'm an adult. I'm supposed to only work now and go to sleep and then do the same thing tomorrow. Work, eat, sleep, and do like everybody else. No. Got in touch with my inner child even more. I like dancing, so I took Zumba classes. That's good to break free from depression. Dancing. Or something that you liked, like that you used to like to do as a kid. I think I mentioned that in my previous video. Do something that part of yourself, part of you when you were a kid used to do. So for me, that was dancing, and of course I went clubbing and dancing with friends. I was careful when I went out as well, and every time I would go out of my apartment, I would say thank you for protecting me and Thank you for this wonderful day I'm gonna have. So set expectation. Say already as if it's already happened what you want it, how you want it to be, how the day should be. And then believe it, believe it, believe it, you know? Or sometimes when I was super stressed, I would massage my stomach and close my eyes and breathe too. Or put my hand on my heart when I felt really overwhelmed and stressed. Well, when I would feel super depressed, that's what I would do. So find ways that makes you feel good, that goes with you, basically. Video games is one of them. That helps me so much. Video games, you know, takes me out of it, and I'm happy, and I'm like, yay, and I'm focused. Cooking, oh my god, I would go in the kitchen, prepare something that I love, even if it was unhealthy, like maybe like a brownie or muffin or pizza, homemade pizza, or whatever, something, you know, or prepare your favorite drink, you know. Or go to the arcade. I used to go there too. Or the virtual reality place. Or do puzzles. So many ways to break free from depression. But moving your body consistently does help. But also writing down what is making you depressed. Why do you feel that way? And assessing it. Asking yourself questions. Why do I feel that way today? Why do I feel depressed? What triggered it? What made it happen? Why am I feeling depressed? Is it because because I'm remembering somebody that I lost? Because I had so many deaths in my life, so that was one of it. That was part of it too. Is it because I still miss mom or whatever, or dad, or my auntie? What can I do for myself to uplift me? I know nothing's gonna be perfect, and you're probably gonna be depressed one day, and then okay, it's gonna be doing like this. But when that happens, pick yourself back up and try to find a way to break free from it by doing something you like, or just listening to music. Music is such a helper. I just put my favorite playlist, and it uplifts me so much, and I'm like, woohoo! But find a way to calm the nerves and bring you back to, hey, feeling great. Or put something on TV that's funny. I love watching animation. So watch something that makes you funny. That makes you funny. Watch something that makes you laugh. That is funny. Oh, that's interesting. So again, for me, it's animation, Japanese animation.
If you insist.
And those are a few that I love: Inuyasha, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Ranma 1.5. So many. Fruit Baskets. I'm naming you all the Japanese animation that I love. I think there's more, but yeah. But put something that's funny. But of course, the best advice would be exercise. Eat something that's amazing to eat, and that makes you feel good after 30 minutes. So go for fruits. Pineapples, amazing. Watermelon, yum. Grapes, hey, if you have to eat a big bowl of grapes, go for it. Blueberries, oh my god, that's even better. Blueberries, watermelon, that's nice and juicy and sweet. I think that would be the best, of course, too, to break free from depression on the day that you're feeling depressed, of course. And yeah, if it happens constantly, have fruits. That's even better than eating junk. Because yeah, of course, we're gonna eat junk sometimes. My favorite junk is popcorn, and sometimes it's pizza. That's not raw vegan today. Yeah, it's pizza. I know. It's vegan though. But oh well, I'm gonna enjoy it. And I don't feel bad. I don't. Stop feeling bad. Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of denial.
After that's done, okay, it's out of the way. Pick yourself back up. But again, to break free from depression, Make sure you have a buddy with you, a buddy that you can talk anytime, somebody that really is there for you. And if you don't have a buddy, reach out for help. There's some helplines. There's therapists. Me personally, I love soul therapists. They work with music bowl, sound baths, like spiritual music, meditation. So I had a soul therapist. She was really helpful. So find a therapist that goes with you so you can talk to somebody. But look for community or a family member that truly gets you. And if you really, really don't have anybody to talk to, hey, talk to me. I'm here. You can always DM me. You can find me on Instagram, the Phoenix Rising 82. Yeah, I'm there if you want to talk. But we can help one another because I'm still going through ups and downs. And yeah, I've accepted it. But this time I'm not feeling bad about it. It's just that it's a work in progress. It's evolution. I'm not saying that I went backwards, but I'm going forward. But the more forward I go, oh man, the challenges get more difficult. And I'm getting stronger. But then I get depressed again sometimes. And then I ask myself, okay, why am I depressed? Oh, is it because this level is hard now? Oh man, why is this so hard? And sometimes I look at the sky and I'm like, God, really? Okay, well, can you send me some assistance and some help so I can get through this level? I feel like sometimes life is a video game, you know? I feel like it's like those video games and there's level 1, level 2, level 3. Now I don't even know what level I am right now. I don't know. 600? 1,000? 2,000? I don't know. But it feels like a video game and it just keeps getting harder and harder and harder and harder. But I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But there's some ups and downs and some crashing and then some bumpy roads and I go nuts, I have meltdowns, and then I pick myself back up and I feel great. And then I feel bad again and then I feel great. Flip-flopping, but the important thing is to keep moving forward. But I would say that I'm stronger than last year. Yeah. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself lots of love. Shut down the noise if you have to. Shut down the noise. Shut it down. There's too much blah 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 in your mind saying you should do this, you should do that. Shut it down if it's too much for you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, and go hiking by yourself or go hiking with someone that you love, that understands you. Read a book, or just sitting at a park watching ducks on the river, or I don't know, I have a park near my house and sometimes I sit there and I look at the ducks and their families. Yeah, sometimes I just go to the park and look at ducks and I put my music on and I look at them, or I just walk and put some oldies music or old school when I was a baby or when I was a teenager, or sometimes I put some upbeat music from today and then listen to my favorite artists, and that's helpful. But yeah, get out of your head. Try to find ways to get out of your head. If taking natural supplements helps you too, that's good for you. Or if you need to go on medication, just find ways that goes well with you. But for me personally, is just identifying what makes it that my mind sometimes goes really like down. And I know that it has to do with food for me. Maybe for you it's something different, but for me it's food. And that's what I'm working on. So it could be a food addiction too, you know. Yeah, I have a food addiction, and sometimes I feel like that food addiction could worsen up my depression. Yeah, because it does. Yeah, certain foods, they don't help at all. But let's say I eat a nice mango. Oh my god, I'm not gonna feel depressed because it tastes so good. Oh my god. It uplifts you after that. You're like, and then you want to eat another one, and then you don't feel guilty for eating 2 mangoes, even though it's not recommended. I don't care. I did that once. I ate like 2 or 3. Whatever. That was last year when I was on my raw vegan journey, which I'm still on, but not 100%, 80%. I want to try. I want to keep trying again, and I keep trying again, and I will keep trying. I won't say I will never be perfect, but the important thing is I keep educating myself. Again, I'm not trying to convert you to become a raw vegan. I'm sorry. Let's forget about that, okay? But find a journey for you. Find the lifestyle that goes with you. Find a lifestyle. But yeah, don't forget to journal. That's pretty good, you know? But to break free again from depression, yeah, make sure that you find a way, you know, if it's meditation, food, the food that you put in your body, trying to see if you can eat a bit healthier, regardless of the lifestyle you're choosing for yourself. Adding more fruits and veggies, joining a community that goes with you, has to do with your interests. Do some type of activity, if it's physical activity like a gym or soccer or dancing, Zumba, whatever. And also surrounding yourself with people, or having that one person in your life that truly loves you. Stick with that person, be around that person, and you know, talk to that person, or getting that extra help through a therapist. A therapist that goes with your energy, because there's different types of therapists. And also being of service to others too, if you can. If you want to help somebody that you feel like it, you're probably going to say, well, I'm depressed, why would I go help somebody else? Well, you don't know. Maybe you might be inspiring for somebody based on your experience, or I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, just trying to do good, or, you know, help your neighbor, or do something that makes you feel great. Like, hey, I did this today. Oh my God, I helped this lady carry her groceries today. See, little something like that, even though it looks like it's weird, that will make you, that will uplift you, you know, change the energy, you know.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, and yeah, create. If you like art too, another way to break free from depression is doing something like you like. Again, I'm probably repeating myself, but doing some type of art, painting, drawing, or if it's by computer, you know, graphic design. I don't know, do something that you like, or write a book like I'm doing, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, or make a YouTube video, or create a YouTube channel. Do that. So yeah, there's so many ways to break free from depression, and I'm gonna continue talking about this. And yeah, oh yeah, the most important thing to break free from depression.
Are you finished?
I don't know, it feels weird for me to say break free, because I feel like I'll never break free from it. Because it's part of life to feel depressed, and then the depression helps you go back into the light. So it's necessary that you're depressed so you can move forward and move on, or do something new, something different. Be your true, authentic self. Show who you are. And you'll attract the people that resonates with you and your energy. Show who you are.
How?
Stop hiding. Show who you are. If you have your own fashion, if you want to have blue hair, purple hair, red hair, whatever, be that person. But make sure that you do it with love. Make sure you become your true authentic self, but in a loving way, like that you spread love, you know, and you show people like, hey, you're not alone, because I'm like you, and whatever, or I don't know, inspire people just by being you. Be you. Be you. You know? Be you. So, I'm done blabbing. 32 minutes.
At last.
And anyways, if all my blabbing made sense to you, you can comment, you can like, you can subscribe, you can share if you want. And yeah, if that makes sense to you. If that didn't make sense to you, that's fine as well. Right now, if I feel like I'm just speaking from the heart, and if it makes sense, yeah. If it doesn't make sense, whatever. This is the Matrix. Right now, my own Matrix. So yeah, be in your own Matrix. Create that that energy. Create that reality that you want. We can talk about that in the next video or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm unpredictable, so yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.